All right, we're all dealing with this COVID-19, but I wonder if you're feeling at home like, man, is this just a bunch of fear-mongering? Is it the media that's doing it here in Utah and across the country? Some people are saying that. Well, we want to look inward at the media for aspects of the outbreak and the way it's being covered. Salt Lake Tribune editor Jennifer Napier-Pearce joins us to talk about the role of journalists and media in a situation like this. So, Jennifer, what do you say? Is it our fault?
Well, it's a little bit of blaming the messenger. And I do think, it's really unfortunate when we have public officials like the mayor of Las Vegas blaming the media as fearmongers, when in fact, in situations like this, people need more information, not less. They need reliable sources of information. And the ethical codes that you and I, Max, and all journalists adhere to are really seeking truth and making sure that we disseminate that information to people in our communities. And so it's actually just the opposite. The media is empowering and enlightening at this point in time.
Yeah, Jennifer, as I think about it also, you're always evaluating the credibility of people who you're getting messages from. And we always have to be aware of that, what's our credibility. But you listen to the seriousness of Governor Herbert as he talks about the issue. You listen to, I was hearing Mike Leavitt, former Health and Human Services Secretary yesterday, talking about how serious something like this is. When serious people say something is serious, then I guess that's where you go, right?
That's right. It's really interesting times, though, because this is the first time that we've ever encountered a global pandemic like this with the strength of social media behind it. And so the messages are flying fast and furious. And I think it's really important for people, all of us, to think about what we're sharing. I read an article in Politico, and Facebook and Google and Twitter, they are really trying to get rid of the misinformation on their platforms. However, they are finding that the people sharing rumors is really outpacing any of the efforts that they have. So there's a lot of bad information out there. I think it's up to all of us as media consumers to really decide what is true and what's not, and not just click the share button before we actually read the full story.
And, we're showing right now some viewer video, or we were showing our viewers some video of inside of Costco today where people are just really things are just flying off the shelves, people stocking up like there's no tomorrow. I'm probably maybe not the best word to choose. It's interesting how those things pass through. I hope we haven't gotten that across, that is how dire this situation is. But I wonder, there is that combination, there's the echo chamber, I guess. That's what you're talking about.
Yeah, and I do think that reliable news sources have an obligation to report what is happening around us. We cannot ignore stocks that are falling. We cannot ignore people who are rushing to emergency rooms, even though we continue to give the better information. And the better information is, calm down. We know that the scientists are on this. We know that if you have symptoms, there is a process. Call ahead, make sure that you are not stampeding and overwhelming those medical services right now. So we're trying our hardest to get the good information out. Unfortunately, I think there are methods where people are sharing faster than we can spread it. So Max, you and I both have obligations, right?
Yeah.
We need to make sure that we get the best information out there.
I really appreciate those words, Jennifer, and we'll keep on covering this for the foreseeable future. And the other thing I guess is to get that information out. We're out of time, but about who we're taking care of, just that each of us needs to be thinking about those elderly people, those people who have respiratory conditions, those kinds of things. It's not, it's not so dire for everybody, but we need to take care so it doesn't get to a point so it's so dangerous for those folks.
Yeah, listen to the CDC guidelines, right?
Definitely. Hey, Jennifer, thank you so much.
Thank you.
We want to let our viewers know that this Friday, Fox 13 News and our parent company, Scripps, will be presenting a half-hour special report with all the facts on coronavirus. Again, with reliable facts about this virus, how it's spread, and how you can protect yourself and your family. We hope you'll join us. That's tomorrow night at 9:30.